Slash and Cast.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Have you checked the children?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Boogeyman is real, and you found him.
Don't you blame the movies! Movies don't create psychos! Movies make psychos!
Hey everyone, welcome to the Slasher Cast podcast, where we talk horror and nothing but horror. Brought to you by the Slasher Cast Podcast Network and our YouTube channel, Slasher Media. I'm one of your hosts, Mori, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Slasher.
Hey everybody.
And today we'll actually be discussing Alien Earth, the new series about the, everyone's favorite xenomorph. But first, we're going to get the character. Yeah.
What we want to do is first, guys, we are starting a bracket. As it is Halloween, we're going to do a bracket now. So this one is so the topic for this one is just random horror. If you're watching the video side, you'll see on the screen right now. I did use a template. I can't remember where I found it. Just found it on Google. So on one of the sides we have Friday the 13th, 1980, the original, versus Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, and then we have Halloween 2018 versus Child's Play remake. Then we have Lost Boys versus American Wolf in London. Then we've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre versus Saw. Scream versus I Know What You Did Last Summer. Alien versus Predator. See what I did there. It 2017 versus Terrifier. Silence of the Lambs versus Candyman. Obviously, what we'll do is we'll do a doc and each vote moves it on. So if say that It 2017 wins that bracket and then Silence of the Lambs wins, those two go against each other, and then so on and so forth. On the other side, we have Evil Dead Rise, Sleepaway Camp, Prom Night, the original, The Stepfather 2009, Poltergeist 1982, The Conjuring 2013, the first movie, The Hills of Eyes 2006, Wrong Turn 2003, The Thing, The Fly, the 1986 version, Get Out, Us, Hereditary, Ready or Not, Sinners, and Nosferatu 2024. So those are our brackets, and what I'll do is I'll tweet out and put in the link in the description of the video, the doc, and next time we record, we will have the winners of each bracket, and then we'll move on until we get to the final one, whoever won the bracket. Okay, so guest character. I have my first one. Go ahead.
Jason Voorhees.
No.
All right.
I don't know if I've done any of these before, so we'll see.
You don't know?
No.
So maybe you have. Is this character a supernatural character?
No.
Damn, I was hoping it was from the hit series Supernatural.
No.
Sorry, I had to be lame. All right, so not a supernatural based character. So a realistic character.
Yeah.
Are they a killer in their respective franchise?
No.
Are they the main character / like final girl style character in their franchise?
No. I want no.
No. Were they an early victim in their franchise?
Define early, like how early?
I'd say the first hour. Oh, well, I guess most movies only go like hour and a half these days. First, like 30 minutes of the movie.
Of this particular movie, because this is a franchise. And they're only in, by the way, they're only in this one.
In this one.
Oh wait, no,
okay.
They're in this one, but then they show up like early on in another one. But yeah. mainly this one. So I'd say he's in it most of the movie. I've just given the gender away.
Yes, you have. Oh
I didn't
yeah.
mean to do that.
In a franchise and pops up a couple times. Franchise and pops up a couple times. All right, let's see here. A bit rusty on this. I've been playing way too much League of Legends. I'm losing. I've been brain rotting a little bit.
I've been playing a lot of Last of Us Part 2, don't worry.
Nice. So is this a popular horror franchise?
Yes.
Is it the Saw franchise?
Yes.
I'm shit at this franchise.
Who is it?
So he pops up in a couple of them.
Only two. Like, he's in one all the way through, and then he's in one for like about a minute. Or two.
Detective Tap.
No.
Fuck. I have to rewatch all those movies. I literally can't think of their names. You pretty much got me on this one. I can't. I don't know. I don't have the knowledge.
Annoying and what everybody believes is that
He's the cop guy, right?
No,
Like he's not the cop one. Okay,
it's the most.
I hate
Everybody doesn't like him. People say he's the most annoying fucking character in all of the films and the dumbest. Jeff.
And Jeff is
He's the.
Is he the photographer?
No, he's the player in 3.
Okay, was was there the shotgun trap in that one? Like the shotgun, like the. I'm trying to remember. We just need to sit down together with some popcorn, you know, and watch these together.
I don't think it's 3.
I think it'd be 3. I think I can see who we're talking about.
It is 3. Yeah. No.
Oh, yep. I know who we're talking about. Yeah. And then, am I right that there's a shotgun trap?
Yeah.
Because then he gets the trap. Yeah, because he's the one who takes out Amanda.
All right, go on.
Okay, so I at least recognize that. Okay, my turn?
Yeah. No, it's my turn.
Oh, I'm guessing another one. I'm not flipping back and forth.
3 each.
Okay, I guess. Is this character masculine presenting or femme presenting?
Masculine.
Masculine, okay. Is this character a killer?
No.
Do they have a skin of a killer?
What does the fucking that mean?
I was a Twilight reference. This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
Don't talk. Don't, shut up and just ask questions. Oh, it's too early. It's too fucking. I know it's not even early for me, but it's too early.
I woke up early to make sure I got coffee and stuff in me to be ready for this. So they're not a killer. So are they a survivor, like a main character in the movie, or like a supporting character? Main character. Is this a movie that's been released in the 2010s and later, or 2009 earlier?
2010s and later.
2010s and later. Is this movie involving supernatural things?
No.
Is it the Final Destination franchise?
No.
Okay.
I would count Final Destination as a supernatural. I would count it because it technically.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to figure it out, because you can split the hair.
Technically, death being a supernatural force.
He's lazy. That's what he is. You remember the old days when you just get the scythe and send the reaper? You know what I mean? That's some age. Terrible. So 2010s and later, not supernatural. Is this a one-off movie, or is this a multiple entry?
But it's part of like kind of an anthology type deal. Like there is a solo film. It is on its own, but I think a lot of people like to say that this is kind of like in a anthology idea.
That gives me creep vibes.
No, it's not.
You like those movies as well, though?
Yeah.
Good. I think it's called Creep, isn't it? 1 second. Creep. I just want to make sure that I have it right. Maybe I forgot the name. Maybe I completely just misspoke. No, nope. They're like the Creep tapes, which is like the series that just came out recently.
Yeah, but those are also those are a sequel series to films.
Right, it's not so much anthology. Yeah, so I was trying to think of that. Shoot. That's not gonna be the right question. Does it take place in America?
Yes.
Does the killer have a signature weapon?
No, and killers, I would say. Anyway.
Killers, you'd say. Okay, so multiple killers. Not a signature weapon either. This character's not the killer. It's a main, that main cast of this anthology. I hate the fact that I'm thinking anthology. My brain keeps going to Guillermo del Toro's
No,
cabinet of
it's not an anthology
curiosities.
series. Like, we know that they're in the same clique. It's just that I think a lot of people because these films came out close to each other within years of each other, that they're considered part of the same thing.
Is it a Cloverfield movie?
No. Do you class Cloverfield as horror? I don't.
The first one and second one.
First one, second
The
one.
third one's more like sci-fi, like it gets there.
Paradox.
It's body horror.
Paradox is weird.
Yeah, Paradox is weird, and I think it's into some body horror. So like if you count Event Horizon as horror, I'd count it. You got me on this one. I can't think of anything else to follow it.
Twice in a row.
You have. I'm rusty. What can I say?
Get Out. It's Daniel Kaluuya's character, Chris Washington.
God, I'm proud of you. I didn't expect you to pull out some peel.
You see what I mean by like the?
Yeah, so I watched Get Out. I've watched Us. I actually have the scissors prop from Us. Over here. It's in the box.
That last one.
Sorry, hiccups. I haven't watched shit. What's the other one?
Cloud. Is it called Cloud?
With the big UFO and everything.
Is it called Cloud? I don't remember what it's called now.
Sorry about that.
It's not called Cloud. I don't remember what it's called.
I have to make my dad sounds. You know what I mean? The hiccups. Damn it. Okay.
Next one.
And the last one for you. Are we ready for it?
Oh, it's called Nope, not Clouds.
Yeah, Nope. It's on my list to watch. I've been diagnosed with ADHD. I'm finally working on medication, and once I do, I'll be able to start focusing on shit again. I'm so happy. Anyways, focusing now, right? For real. Mask presenting or femme presenting?
Femme.
Or
female.
Okay.
Female.
Final girl or like a killer?
Final girl.
Final girl. Okay, is this a popular franchise or is it a more like one-off?
It's part of a popular franchise, but this character only shows up in this movie.
In this movie, is it part of the Scream franchise?
No.
Is it part of the Texas Chainsaw franchise?
No.
You took a while to answer that one.
It's not.
I'm
suspicious. I was reading something.
I get it. Yeah, I don't get your full attention. Mm-hmm. Is it Final Destination?
No.
Are there 3 movies in this franchise?
Say that again.
Are there 3 movies in this franchise?
More than 3.
More than 3? It's the Evil Dead franchise.
Say that again?
Evil Dead franchise?
No.
Damn. Okay. Do. What about Child's Play franchise?
No.
Shoot. Let's see. Film presenting franchise. Is this a newer series? I guess it's a newer entry or an older movie.
This is a newer one.
Newer one. Okay.
This is a newer entry in a franchise that's been around for a long time.
Scream franchise.
You've already said that, and I said no.
I did. Okay. Friday the 13th.
No.
Halloween.
No.
You brought your A game this week. I'm proud of you. I'm gonna call it there. I can't think of it. My attention's terrible.
You have not said the most basic franchise.
Okay, now what do you define as the most basic franchise? I said Friday the 13th. I consider that basic as all hell.
I'll give you the franchise if you don't get it. I swear.
Okay.
It's Alien franchise.
Oh, wow! You went there. I was gonna go there first. Rude.
Go on.
So we really have two options. It's either Alien Romulus or it's Alien Earth.
No, neither of them. Before those even came out.
So you're ignoring those two. So you're okay. So you're looking at Alien Covenant.
Nope.
It's Prometheus with
Yes,
Shaw.
It's Shaw.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
The basic one? That's not a basic one. Basic is like, Valley Girls Friday the 13th. Like, let's face it.
Shut up and just... Your turn.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready as I can be.
All right. Do it.
Male or female or...
Male.
Say that again.
Male.
Are they human?
Once upon a time.
So they were human, but they're not human now.
Correct.
Can they turn back into human?
They pass as human.
Is it a vampire film?
Yeah, it's a vampire film.
So it is a vampire film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lost Boys.
No.
Is it an older vampire movie?
No.
Is it a recent movie?
Yes.
Nosferatu.
No.
Renfield.
No. I love Renfield. Nicolas Cage. God damn, I love him. By the way, Nicolas Cage and I, born on the same day. Obviously different year. I'm not as old as he is, but we're both same birthday.
Vampire film that's come out. Is it recent?
Yeah, very recent.
Very recent. What's a vampire film that's come out? I swear to God, is this a TV show?
No.
Vampire Sinners.
That's the movie, yeah.
Is it Remick?
It is Remick. I'm so proud of you. It took you longer than I expected.
I'm actually watching that with Raccoon.
Good. I love Remick. Remick is so lovely.
It's my second favorite vampire movie.
I haven't seen any proof, evidence-wise, but I have heard that the original writing for the film was Chadwick Boseman with Michael Jordan together as the brothers.
That would have been really cool if it did. That would have been really cool, but sadly.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's real, if that was the plan, and because he passed and everything, he didn't. But I get chills just thinking about like how cool that would have been. And then in my opinion, if you really look at it that way too, it's just like, holy shit, that means a lot more to me.
Thing is, who would
Such a
have played,
good movie.
Who would have played who?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Which one would have been the vampire?
I'm also going to pull you here, so I'm looking directly on at you.
Right. Next one.
All right.
Is this sci-fi? Is the character
Yes.
from a sci-fi film? Yeah.
Yes.
Alien.
No.
Predator.
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's character.
Nope.
Really?
Really? Why would I do Duke? I think his name's Duke.
Is this from one of the older in the franchise or one of the newer ones?
Newer.
Prey?
Correct. Yep.
Is it the female lead?
Yep.
What's her name?
That's why I did this, because I knew you had to look up the actual name.
I have to look up the name because I can't.
I don't know if I'm happy with where my this feels like it's better over here. But then I hate because I'm looking this way. My camera's here.
Naru?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I can't. It's been a while since I've actually watched Prey.
How'd you like Prey? Did you like Prey?
Yeah, I like Prey. I think it was really good.
I especially love the bear scene.
Oh yeah, I love it. I think
It was pretty epic.
It's cool as well to think that she's still alive after watching Prey, after watching Predator, Killers of Killers.
Yeah.
You see her in a scene where the camera pans and it shows people inside these pods. And
they also kind of hinted at Duke too, right? Like they kind of enter.
Yeah, I think they added a new ending where it says Duke is there, and so is the guy from the second film.
Yeah,
So
who's the same guy who plays like
so the idea is that when a predator is defeated, they take the person who killed them to fight again. 1 second. 1 second.
Yep.
So next one.
Yep, I'm ready when you are.
Is this a sci-fi again?
No.
Is this a movie that's come out in like recent years? It's from a movie.
There has been an installment in recent years.
So this is an installment of a movie that has come out ages ago, and this is a latest.
The earliest was 2008, with I think 2024 having the most recent, with another one planned this year.
Another one planned this year. Black Phone.
No.
I don't. When did Black Phone 1 come out? I've completely forgot.
Like 5 years ago, maybe.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't know why that came to mind. It's probably because
I don't know if I've ever even heard you talk about this one like ever, so I don't know if you'll actually get this one.
I'm not even. Is it a slasher?
I would argue it's a slasher, yes.
Terrifier?
I don't think it fits like the typical norms. No, not the Terrifier.
Give me a hint.
I do like those though. There are 3 killers in this movie.
3. Do we know there's
killers?
3?
Distinct
Strangers.
Killers. I'm proud of you.
I have seen The Strangers, the original one. It's just that
I just never heard you talk about it.
No,
so
it's just the newer ones. Like, I don't know.
Was messy and honestly not that good.
Yeah, I prefer the original.
And the next one coming out is literally building off of the last one that was kind of messy and sucky.
I think that's the issue. That's the issue that they've had with it, is that they've planned these 3 films and they I've heard a lot of people say that they don't like the main character.
Yeah, the first two I loved.
I haven't
The
seen them.
third one, which is the prequel, right? The prequel one,
I like the original ones.
So that being said, with something I've seen in some of the trailers for this new one can technically say maybe you can't trust exactly. Like if you ask me feminine or masculine, I don't know if I can tell you for sure because this may change. It may change it coming up, but we'll operate in that.
Okay, main topic time.
Oh, you didn't guess the person though.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh, so
you only guessed the movie.
Is it one of Killers?
Yes.
Is it Baghead?
That's really what you call them. Use their right name.
Sackhead? I can't remember his actual name now.
Nope.
You've got Pinup Girl.
It's Big Daddy.
That's not. Is that actually his name? Why have I always been calling him like Baghead?
That's I'm pretty sure. I think they reference him as Daddy, and so I think Big Daddy pops in my head. Let me see. Stranger male killer.
So, apparently you've got Scarecrow.
That's lame.
Or the Man in the Mask, Dollface, and Pinup Girl.
See, I believe in one of them. They called him Big Daddy, and I can't find it. Stupid Google. Come on.
He's also just called the Man in the Mask.
Rude.
So is it him?
I don't know. HIM.
Is it him? Is it Scarecrow, Man in the Mask?
Yeah, it's the Man in the Mask, Scarecrow. Lame.
Okay, main topic. We are talking about Alien Earth.
Yes, we are. And the disappointing conclusion that is that series. And honestly, I'm worried they're not going to get renewed.
It's probably going to get renewed.
I'm worried.
Let me go to IMDb. Alien Earth. And let's look at the episode ratings.
Yeah, you pulled up the ratings. I didn't grab the ratings on each of them.
So, on IMDb, episode 1, 7.6.
7.6, okay. What about episode 2, Mr. October?
7.8.
Okay, what about Metamorphosis, episode 3?
7.3.
Okay, what about Observation, episode 4?
7.2.
What about episode 5? In Space,
that
No
one's
One?
actually higher. 8.6.
It should be higher. That was an excellent episode. What about The Fly?
7.1.
What about Emergence?
It's just a 7.
And what about The Real Monsters? I'm going to say 6.5.
6.2.
Ah, yeah, because it sucked. I'm sorry, I got a little excited there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
fucking awful. Episode. Yeah, so I'm gonna say pros of this franchise, pros of this series, right? Let's start with that. My pros: Timmy Oliphant as Kirsch, fucking fantastic. I'll get more into Kirsch in a little bit. Kirsch, amazing character.
I think Timothy Oliphant, some reason, makes a really good robot.
He does. Well, here's my thing. Here's theory. He's actually the original hybrid prototype.
But he doesn't act human.
That's because if you remember, one of the things they talk about, the reason I went with kids is because adults' brains don't adapt well. How do they know that unless either they're just assuming that they just knew off the top or that they created one, aka Kirsch. And it's also why Kirsch doesn't seem to act sort of like a synth. Also, though we haven't seen it, Wendy doesn't do a shutdown. She doesn't affect Kirsch in that way. It doesn't try to either. I think Kirsch is the original hybrid, and then Cavalier went for children after that because of some issues with Kirsch. And the fact that Kirsch kind of seems a bit weird in terms of like he's different, right? And he's considered the Tinkerbell. He's considered the Tinkerbell in this Lost Boys Peter Pan metaphor. And I do think he's the original hybrid. And I think in season 2 we'll get more into that. But I love Kirsch. Kirsch, fantastic. Morrow's pretty cool too. But the reason why, but then also the reason why I would point that he should be a synth, Kirsch should be like just straight up synth, is because cybernetics versus synthetics, right? Morrow being cybernetic, Kirsch being synthetic, right? Like that kind of like combination of like what's better with the hybrids, children being there. Also, would you agree in this same stereotype or in the same motif that Morrow would be considered maybe Captain Hook?
Yeah.
Because one, you think of his arm, right? His arm, but two, the fact he kind of lures some of the Lost Boys, right? When he gets Smee and Slightly, it's more like Slightly, right? And then Smee just kind of is along for the ride. So yeah, like to update everybody's brains, you have the hybrids, the kids, the terminal kids who were turned into hybrid synthetic beings. You have Wendy, you have who I didn't really care to learn their human names, to be honest. And the fact that they suddenly started reverting to them at the end of the fucking show, which I think just confuses everybody. When they just started changing their name back again.
Yeah,
messy.
It kind of can get messy when you're trying to, when characters do have multiple names.
So you have Wendy, you have Nibs, you have Curly, Toodles, Smee, and Slightly. Curly is the other feminine synth next to Nibs and Wendy, with Wendy being obviously the OG. Then you have Curly. Then you have Toodles, Smee, and Slightly as the masculine leads for the hybrids. How do you like the hybrids? What was your take on them?
I like the idea that there's a race going on where it's like, so you had cyborgs, which what is it cyborgs?
Morrow is a cyborg.
Yeah, he's a human with he's a human, but he's got enhanced robotics in his body.
Yeah.
Then you've got synths, which they're
possibly Kirsch, but definitely atomized.
They're not human. They're robots, but they have internal mechanics that, like flesh and stuff. They're meant to be look more like humans than robot, basically. And then hybrids is where you get a human mind into a synth body. So I like the idea of that. I think it's really cool that they came up with the idea of maybe what if they did do this where they had humans inside of robots and stuff. It's about immortality. And
it's also about, is this even the same person that it was when they were alive, right? Or is it just copied waves, right? So personally, I also like the idea. I, however, think, so at the beginning of the show, Wendy and Kirsch, when they're on their way to the crash site, right? Kirsch and Wendy are talking, and Kirsch kind of points out, like, you're not humans. You are more than humans. Like, humans don't realize their food. Like, they think they're the top of the game, right? Like, the guys kind of points out, like, you're the future. And in some cases, you could say Kirsch is he's a hybrid too because of this kind of thing. But the idea being that, he's trying to, like, he's like a caretaker to the children. Like, you have Dame and Arthur Sylvia, right? Like, you have them who are like their parents. But then you have Kirsch, who's like truly their mentor, the guy keeping them in line, right? Like the guy teaching them. Let them know, like, hey, you are more than human now. You are not human. Do not act human, like embrace who you are. But then throughout the show, I think it progresses way too fast and too weird where suddenly, like, I'm trying to think of where to start on my gripes with the show.
Also,
because,
why
like,
does Xenomorph have like the xenomorph that Wendy is talking to all the time, why is its head looking like it's yellow?
I think it's one of two things. So you know how they did that premature thing and it was only like the lung of what hermit, right? Like people talk about it being a hermit's lung.
Hmm.
I think it's maybe something involved its weird development cycle. Two, think about, remember Grid from AVP? It's just giving him a distinctual appearance to allow the audience to pick him apart from other xenomorphs. I think that's really the idea. I don't look too far into that. It's to let us know that that's the one.
I think what interests me is that Wendy is able to communicate with the Xenos. She talks in their language.
I would say it's because, and obviously she doesn't know exactly what to say in language. She's like learning pretty rapidly. But if you notice, they gave her some extra stuff, or she's been learning stuff on her, like how she could hack things and do things like that. So I think it's a matter. Remember how they've always talked about Alien with like xenomorphs being like a biomechanical horror.
Mm.
I think what they're also sort of referencing then is that maybe that mechanical side, like something along the lines of she was able to pick up on that frequency that the xenomorph stuff are on because of something unique with that,
so
which I'm okay with, right? Because in the comics,
she's basically able to tell the xenomorph what to do.
Yeah, and because she's not human technically too, like they don't see her as like she's not prey. She's also not boss. Like not right now, she's boss, right? But the other hybrids.
I think the only reason why the Predator in the original movies attacks the synths is because the synths are trying to fight the Xeno.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. And basically, so like, a big thing about that is this character, Wendy's character, seems to be heading towards a comic book character, the Dark Queen or something. You know who I'm talking about?
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like it's kind of like that, to where she may end up like leading more. But so let's address the Xeno baby. I'm calling it the Xeno baby because people are like, "Oh, it's so weird. Why isn't it grown up yet?" I actually think it's only been a few hours. I actually think technically in those scenes from when it was born, it's only been like a day or so. It hasn't been like a week siege of like a xenomorph serial killing all the guards. I think it's literally within the same day. And that baby either A, hasn't entered its molting cycle because maybe Wendy's affected the life cycle of the xenomorphs by doing what she's doing, or B, it's just the timeline. It's not ready yet.
Yeah.
I do think it's Wendy fucking with it though, because if you think about it, the xenomorph was just murdering people when there's a full set of eggs in the lab. There are plenty of hosts. If not for Wendy, there would already be a hive started.
Yeah.
There would already be a potential queen gestating. Like there would already be the beginning of the infestation.
They don't have a queen, so they're looking at Wendy being that queen, basically.
Well, like a regular xenomorph, if no queen exists, they can adapt, and they haven't fully confirmed it, but basically they can adapt and turn other biomass into like essentially an ovomorph eventually, and then from that can create a queen face hugger, right? Like a royal facer, I think it's called, right? And then gestate, cause a queen, or even possibly gestate and like turn themselves. Think like Jurassic Park, where technically all the dinosaurs supposed to be female, but so they added DNA of a frog that's essentially can change its gender when they need to reproduce, and boop, alien queen eventually, right? But because of Wendy, and because of her sort of hacking of this network, right, the xenomorph kind of like network, she's messing it all up. Like they're not doing normal xenomorph things, right?
True.
Which is both good and bad, right? Good for humanity, but bad in the sense of they're not doing alien things.
The issue I have as always, the show shows us these other aliens, these other creatures, and I'm sat there like, where's like the xenomorphs are there, and they're barely there at the same time.
And I get they're trying to like They're trying to get more. They're trying to build more of the universe, right? But here's the thing: Alien Covenant, Prometheus tried to add more to the universe. What happened? They put too much faith in stock that they would get all their films out and
It's
that they'd
also
be
the thing that
able to explain
those
everything.
films aren't
We're great. I love
those
them.
films aren't actually the origin of the alien,
Correct.
of the xenomorph, because
They're a side experiment.
Xenomorphs have been around for years. Like David isn't
Thousands of years, even.
David isn't creating xenomorphs. He's
replicating.
He's trying to basically. I watched this video of this guy on TikTok who talks about it. He basically says every time someone creates a new alien like xenomorph, so the original xenomorph is called the Deacon.
Well, the Deacon's what the engineers, the engineers kind of like worship and mess with, right?
The Deacon is basically the god of the xenomorphs. It's basically their origin, and ever since, from the first creature made from the Deacon, is basically a poor imitation of the creature. So David creating the alien that he did is a poor imitation of the Deacon. And so
whereas Xenomorph is perfection, like it's genetic perfection, like the Xenomorph itself,
is pure
great
perfection. That's why ever since, like, no one's been able to create a new Xenomorph, because the Xenomorph is the perfect killer.
Well, and so the reason why I love it so much is, right, so the idea of David, right, and the whole concept is David was a synthetic who was created by, Wayland and, all this stuff, right? And he wanted to play God instead of letting humanity play God. So he starts creating life, right? Well, here's the funny thing is he creates life, right? But what is it? But a cheap imitation of the real thing, right? Because in a sense, he is synthetic. He is not real. I think that's like a whole take on the idea of you can never create what we can because you are manufactured yourself. That kind of idea, right? Like it's a funny play on his ego too, right? David will never be able to be God.
Yeah, he wants to be this all.
He wants to, but he never will, and it's beautiful. But anyways, with that though, I think Alien Earth has fallen into the same pit with these other aliens too. So here's the idea: T. Ocellus, fucking amazing, great idea. Here's the problem: that final episode, they fucking made it into a fucking joke. They built it up only for it to be swatted away and it run away like a little bitch, and then miraculously ends up on the beach exactly where the dead body is of Arthur Sylvia, to reanimate the dead body of Arthur Sylvia. Not any of the dozens of guards throughout the entire complex. No, it goes through a supposed sewer pipe and manages to find the washed up body on the beach to jump into. That's stupid. Whoever wrote that, if it was just Noah himself, I'm sorry. Piss poor job. Such a stupid way.
He doesn't care about a bunch of stuff. He said that he doesn't care about if it gets a season 2 or not.
Which is dumb. Like, that's not how we should have someone like that.
I can't find it anywhere, but I was told apparently he did say that. And apparently the thing is, he said that he said he's ignored like the entire of the franchise because he wanted to do this, which I get because this series does take place way before the first movie.
I mean, technically, it's taking place during Wayland's journey on the Prometheus.
Yeah.
So technically, that's why Yutani's in control. It's because Wayland's also not there.
So let me Alien Earth
timeline. But yeah, and so it just sucks to me because he showed promise. Like episode 5 in space, no one hears. No.
So Prometheus takes place in 2093. Alien Covenant is set in...
It's like 63?
No, 2104.
So Prometheus is happening, right? It has already happened, technically.
And Alien Earth is 2120.
Okay.
So Alien Earth takes place 2 years before the Nostromo is in space, or when the crew wake up.
Oh, that makes sense because like it was a 64-year journey for the I always forget the name of the ship in this one.
Alien I can't remember. In the original Alien, it's 2122. Then Alien Romulus, which takes place between 1 and 3.
Oh, yep.
That takes place between Alien and Aliens. Alien Romulus is set in 2142. Then Aliens is set, and Alien 3 are both set in the same year, 2179. And then Alien Resurrection is in 2381.
Yeah. And so basically, so it's okay that he's done what he's done, right? Because it fits in the timeline just fine. So the leeches, really cool. In Space Dawn, like episode 5, I love their ingenuity, how they escaped their containment and basically you know, laid their larvae and stuff for everything. Amazing. Creepy as shit. Wonderful. The flies, fucking smart. Toodle's death because of the flies, you know, belching the bile.
And it fucking annoyed me that they had him killed off.
I did like Toodles. The thing is, though, it made complete sense, right? Because they're still childish, and even though he, like, you know, he got scared, he still let that. If he followed Kirsch's teachings and mentorship, he wouldn't have been phased. But he's still just a kid, right? Yeah. He got startled, he fucked up, and you know, I don't know if he actually understood what the flies do. I don't think he didn't seem to be as learned as the others, like in terms of like really focused.
He definitely didn't know what they were.
Yeah, he didn't know that they eat biomechanical things. Yeah, well, I mean, he should have, right? Because he was delivering mechanical objects for them to eat, and you know, got him. And I think the plotline with Morrow, with Smee and Slightly, that makes complete sense. That's really good. I like that. But then Boy Cavalier, I loved the reveal that he killed his dad, and that the synth, who is his advisor, Adam Ines, is the synth he created that killed his dad.
Yeah. And
so he kind of takes place as like the fake father to Peter Pan, right? Like he's Peter Pan. He doesn't have a dad because, you know, he murdered his dad and he kidnapped his children, technically. If he's, you know, but here's the thing too. Remember that entire scene where Curly talks to him, is like, I want to be your favorite. Let's, what can I do to be your favorite? And he's still obsessed with Wendy, right? But then later in the show, like, not even like, we're talking like maybe it's been a week since like that spaceship crash. Let's face it. It's only been like a week. It hasn't been that long, right? At most. Like, I haven't seen a detailed breakdown, but it has not been that long. In those few days, not only has this hybrids, especially the whole Curly thing with like Cavalier, completely been forgotten. Suddenly the synths or the hybrids are on a practically homicidal, you know, it's your turn to run, sudden fucking swap up that makes honestly zero absolute fucking sense. That suddenly they went from like how fast they turned from la 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 to now we're murderous children robot people.
I was about to say, when do I switched? Like, I get Wendy's turn because she was so
the xenomorph's also affecting her too, right? Like,
she was very infatuated with the xenomorph, and her and the xenomorph together, she felt power. She actually, like, because in first episode she's
getting that Kirsch mindset that Kirsch kind of talks about.
She was attacked and almost died, and it was like a switch in her head, and then she learned that she could communicate with the Xenos and get them to do what she wants and stuff. And it's like a thing of, well, she wants power. She wanted power. She's learned that she isn't human anymore, that she's not a kid. But everybody else turning, like, what's her name with
Nibs or Curly?
The red hair.
Nibs.
The one who thought she was pregnant.
Yeah, which was like a traumatic thing. Like, people thought maybe TSL somehow was reproducing.
I think I get as well.
Yeah, she's like the idea of like you've seen some movies, like even like RoboCop, right? The idea that when someone realizes that like they're no longer like completely human or like they're this thing, it's like the existential crisis, like, oh shit, things kind of get a little weird, right? That's happened to her, and she's gotten fucking feral.
I like
right?
her and Wendy makes sense of why they turn. The other three, I don't know, because one of them, he was afraid that his family was gonna die. So
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah, so he only did all of that because.
But then Smee, yeah, because of that. And then on their way walking to, so when she sends them to go capture Kirsch and Morrow, I have no understanding why they turned on Kirsch. Zero understanding why Kirsch is seen as a threat, because one, he is synthetic, if not hybrid, right? He has always been on their side. He has always leaned into this exact behavior that they're showing.
Exactly. He's wanted them to be better than
so
humans.
The turn is ludicrous. And he's even confused by it too, right? But it's ludicrous. He should not be lumped in with the rest of them.
I think the only way I can say is why they do that to Kirsch is because they also see him as inferior.
Which is like if he's really synthetic, then that's the idea.
Either that, or if he is still a hybrid, but obviously because he was an adult, he's still inferior.
He's still inferior, yeah. But then Smee even talks to him. He's like, "Hey, I think this is kind of crazy, don't you?" Right? And then they're kind of like talking about it. Then they go into the lab, and he just fucking takes the thing and just knocks Morrow and Kirsch out, just takes him out. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you just talked about how you're confused about this, and then you just fucking do it. I don't know. It's like, it's so, it's so messy.
They basically season 2 baited at the end.
They did. They season 2 fucking baited, and that's why, honestly, the bullshit is if they actually play this wrong, and they don't get a season 2, they fucked it all up. We don't get an actual ending. We don't get a resolution, just like we'll never get a resolution to Alien Covenant, because
I don't know where the Alien franchise is going, because Predator's doing fucking well right now.
Yeah, and it's just like, the thing is, like, Noah Hawley had in the first 5 episodes something good. The last 3, it shot straight down in the rating wise, right? Like,
is having a Weyland-Yutani robot in it.
Yeah. So
they're saying, yeah, these two franchises are in the same universe.
They're coming close together.
And I'm just like,
and it's
okay, so why can't Alien get its shit together?
It's because the people that are choosing to write this shit is they're drip feeding things.
I think they need to get the original director back. I kind of want David's story completed.
I do want David's story completed. I want it completed because here's the thing: if Alien Earth gets a season 2, I demand we get the third Prometheus, like the Prometheus kind of trilogy, right? Because then it wraps it. It would be good, because frankly, like Noah Hawley, yeah, I sing his praises for the first 2 episodes and then episode 5, right? Like, this is great.
I'm about to say, I was
the other ones,
the show, and then
it got messy.
It slowly, it slowly lost me to the point of, so what's the point? And another thing,
what's the point?
Is the aliens are on. Obviously, it's called Alien Earth, but it's like, they're on an island.
Yeah.
And also, the thing is, we know that no one in the world can find out that these things exist.
Yeah.
We know that they can't find out the aliens actually exist, because
it would cause some panic, at least at first, right? But well, if you think about it, you could argue right now the crew of the Nostromo are already out there. So they would never learn about it ahead of time anyways. So, and technically, Weyland-Yutani already,
Weyland-Yutani either knew that the Xenomorphs existed, or this is how they found out.
I think they have already known about them even before this. And it's just, that's how we're seeing it from the eyes of Prodigy, right? Because Prodigy doesn't know this. Prodigy's like, we got these cool things from the Weyland-Yutani ship. Let's figure them out.
I think the weird thing is, the boy genius is more interested in the eye alien.
Because the eye alien seems like a pure intelligence, right? And the thing is, they should have let Hermit get possessed. Hermit should have been taken out. I hate Hermit's character. I fucking hate his character. they should have made him. TSL should have taken him over. But they just, they just like Deus Ex Machina, Wendy being there and slapping TSLs away. Like, so lame. So lame.
It dying would have been a turning point for Wendy.
Yes. It would have been a great turning point.
It would have been a point of, if he died, it would have made her turn in.
But what if TSLS, like, even though she may recognize he's infected, what if TSLS is smart enough and is capable of speech and actually kind of imitating him? What if he could have been that character that instead starts subverting and starts playing on her mentality, playing people off of each other? You know what I mean? Because she's still a child. She's still susceptible, right? They could have done something so great there. And instead, he's in the corpse body of Arthur.
I don't know what to think. Alien
Yeah, and then it ends with like the Resident Evil movie S style. Remember Resident Evil Afterlife at the end of the movie where suddenly like they're on the ship and it literally cuts off to fucking Umbrella Corps gunships like flying in with a bunch of troops to go attack them.
Oh yeah.
That's literally the ending of Alien Earth. Is literally bunch of Wayland ships coming in straight at the island. Meaning season 2 will start literally at the end of this one. Why? Because they decide early on in the episode ideas, it sounded like they were gonna do like each alien species, like an episode kind of thing, right? Because they had the leech, they had the flies, but then Diplomacare, the plant-like creature, the fauna that fakes to be flora, right? They just show it. They just gotta shoehorn them in at the end, like killing the Siberian. That's her name, right? The Merc.
Yeah.
And it's just like cool. I think that plant is that creature's badass. Reminds me of a cloaker from D&D. You know the cloakers. Underdark species that like hide up on the rafters above things, and they basically drop down and scoop up people. It's a cloaker. That Plumacare is literally a D&D cloaker. I'll actually let me pull that up. Actually, D&D cloaker. Now you're gonna see the image. You're gonna be like, that's not quite it. So there's the cloaker. Okay. Diplomacare.
What the fuck is that?
So that's D&D. That is a Underdark creature that hides up above, and its tail. Drops its tail down, and strangles and pulls people up and cloaks, like wraps its manta ray like limbs around them, takes them out.
Right.
Look at it. Look at the appendage on Diplomacare. Look at its thing. Tell me its inspiration is literally not that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Even how it like scurries around and does it, the cloaker does that kind of same movement where it like climbs along like that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Plumacare is a cloaker. That's which is cool. I like it, but they literally just shoehorned it in. You know what I mean?
It's just one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah.
This entire show just feels like it's strange.
Well, so I like to think that it also starts the obsession with Weyland-Yutani with the Xenomorph, right? The idea that whatever they experience coming up with the Xenomorph in Neverland is what leads them to be like, we want more of this one, not TSLS, not Plumacare, right? Because they're also expanding on and saying, in this universe, there's a lot of flora and fauna out there that we're discovering, right? Because if the Predators are in fact joining the extra universe, like officially soon, the Predators, what do? They literally go all across the galaxy, hunting different things, right? There's chances they face Plumacare. There's chances they may have run into a TSLS. So it's building up, a greater universe too, saying, hey, before Weyland-Yutani got obsessed, this is what they ran into, and that's when they were like, oh shit, this thing's different. this is a perfect soldier. Maybe because they see Wendy controlling them and go, we can control them and they're perfect.
But
So they
would
hyperfix
They
it.
will need a hybrid to do it. That's the thing.
Yeah. And
Like,
then
that's
they
the
never
thing.
do. Like,
They
if you look at the rest of the series,
Whalen
they don't.
Yutani want the xenomorph for whatever reason. They want to probably make it a weapon and stuff. Because obviously in the world of Alien, corps run the world. Like, every corporation works together to run.
Which I never understood fully, because then how do the Space Marines, the U.S., like the colonial, like the colonial Space Marines, how they come about? Because they're not controlled by the corporations. They are swayed, but they're their own thing. So it's like, technically, I've never understood that.
I think that they're their own entity, basically. They run themselves, but they hire themselves out to the corps.
Yeah, so that's always been, yeah. So maybe it's like the idea of no matter what corporation kind of thing you are, like, we're here to protect the people
They
kind of thing.
get to choose who they work for.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. So I dread a season 2. Like, it needs to happen because, frankly, I hate cliffhangers. But I think it's the biggest fuck you to your audience when you have 8 hours to tell your story. In your 8 hours, except for episode 5, which was perfection, your 8 hours leads nowhere. And in fact, the nowhere becomes almost a Game of Thrones final season, sudden change of character, motives, and behaviors at the last second. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And like the fact that Wendy kind of became very serial killy. From I'm a naive child a week ago to like, it's your turn to run. Right? Like, and her haunting Dame Sylvia by hacking Dame's like computer and shit and showing her all the videos and stuff, intentionally torturing her with information. The fuck? Like, what is that? Like, Wendy went from, hey, we're like the protagonist, to like, hey, I'm the biggest piece of shit in this whole show.
Season 2 is gonna be
needs to have
weird. It needs to happen.
It needs to have the hybrids as the actual bad guy. They need to cut the shit. They're not protagonists. They're not heroes. They're antagonists.
No,
they are now a problem.
They are a massive issue now.
I think Morrow should be the protagonist of the next season.
Even he's not that great of a guy either.
Not great in that sense, but is he more identifiable? Can you identify with him better? Is he more interesting with a tragic backstory, etc.?
Yeah, a little bit.
Kirsch, they need to go more into Kirsch's stuff, but also the fact, I think Kirsch and Morrow are going to become friends by the end of it. I think, ironically, by the end of it, they're set to be like buddy cop.
The show doesn't really have anyone to root for.
Hermit was literally the only morally good person.
True.
But I don't like Hermit. I just don't like him. He's whiny and doesn't seem to understand that, that's not Wendy. I think he's getting it now. I think he's starting to understand this isn't his sister. His sister died. This is, in fact, my theory of like on my personal side of things when it talks to like transference, or rather ascension, like that, of putting human minds into robotic bodies. I do believe that they are completely, like, in my personal belief, that is not the same person. Even though they share the same consciousness wave, nature versus nurture. Their nature is not human. They don't feel human. They're more advanced than humans. Essentially, you're taking a copy, and now this copy has a completely different experience than the original, and thus is going to become completely different and act different than the original ever did, like in that evolution. Thus, his sister is in fact dead, and this person who shares her origin is proving herself to be, in fact, a villain, a very bad, dangerous creature, being that, will need to be put down by the end of the series, and or she's going to escape off world and stuff, right? Like, she's a threat.
I think she'll get away, and I think we should see her in a movie one day.
Maybe so. Oh, I got my cat. Oh, damn it. No, he got away. Lucas was in the room. I was trying to catch him again. So ultimately, I feel like I rambled a little bit, but I want to see more. But also, I'm not a fan of Noah Hockley. He has shown promise as a writer, but then he ultimately did the same bullshit that Hollywood's full of these days. Of leading people on for season 2 for more views versus creating like an actual story.
Give us it would have been better if it actually was an ending instead of having a cliffhanger. And if we don't get season 2, I'm going to be like, well, that was...
It's Alien Covenant 2.0, right? Like, it just becomes Alien Covenant 2.0.
Yeah.
And I loved Covenant. I like Covenant.
It's not bad. Prometheus
and
was
people...
a bit of a letdown, but it wasn't that bad.
To be fair, until I watched Prometheus, I had not realized it was an alien movie.
To be fair, Sam.
And that's when it kind of clicked to me, like, they're doing something bigger here. And as soon as I realized that, I'm like, I'm game. I like this.
I remember watching Prometheus, and I was like, oh, this is what is this? And then I saw the ship, from the first Alien film, and I was like, oh, it's an alien movie.
When I saw Shaw's husband's mutations, I was like, that kind of looks like a predator. And I was like, wait a second. And then it clicked. I was like, it's the Alien franchise.
I've got nothing else to say.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope to see more. I hope TSL is like they baited us, TSL, so long to make him a comic book little character who slithers away because he's a loser. Fucking stupid. Like, god damn it.
That was a good impression.
Thank you. Yeah. Hermit should have been affected there.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been a way more enjoyable character for, honestly, to see it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say too. I could rant for hours. I told you about this before we started. I was like, I have a lot to say.
To be the guy of it's we best end. Oh, this episode will end up being longer.
Yeah.
Go on, let's outro.
Yeah, so with that, we want to thank you for watching the Slashercast podcast, where we talk horror, nothing but horror. Again, brought to you by the Slashercast Podcast Network and our YouTube channel, Slasher Media. I have been one of your hosts, Mori.
I've been your host, Slasher.
And thank you for watching, and remember to keep on slashing, keep watching horror, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Have you checked the children?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Boogeyman is real, and you found him.
Don't you blame the movies? Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.